took a shuttle into town, dropped my bags off at a motel, asked the clerk after I checked in which direction was campus, and she pointed to the east, and I said, which way is downtown? She pointed to the west. I figured, oh, look at downtown. I'm going to spend the rest of the next few years on campus. And I got as far as the Overpark. And then a black hippie came out of the alley and asked me for a cigarette. And before I could get one out of my pocket, a white cop showed up and confronted the two of us and said, well, boys, what's going on? And I remember looking at my watch at the time saying, damn, it's only been a half hour. I haven't even got a car yet, and I've already been stopped by the police. I later found out that this was common policy, and they actually kept a photo book of every black male that stayed in town longer than 1 week. A black U of O student who was interning at the police department, that he had actually found the book, the photo book of all the black men who stayed in town longer than a week, and that my picture was in it. And since I was a spokesperson for the NAACP, I was allowed to ask a question during the mayoral debate for the election that elected Ruth Bascom to be mayor of Eugene. And they, of course, denied that such a book could ever exist. We would never do anything like that. And I said, no, seriously, hypothetically, what would you do if something like that came to your attention? And they said, well, of course, we'd destroy the book and this and that. Well, as it turned out, a reporter from the Register Guard was attending the debate, and he decided to ask the chief of police if such a book really did exist. So the next morning in the Register Guard, the headline says, Chief of Police says they no longer use photo book of black men who stay in town longer than 1 week. Minor victory, but I count it as a victory. I got involved with encouraging the city of Eugene to hire the first black chief of police. He lasted for about 5 years, as I recollect. Though most of the white cops really didn't support him. And they tried to undermine him, and eventually he decided he could get a better living elsewhere. We had a saying back then that's still true today. We're not where we want to be, and we're not where we're going to be. But thank God we're not where we used to be. And that's still true to this day. And I keep telling young people who are aghast at what's going on in Washington today, it's been much worse. It's been much more dangerous. So as bad as things may look, I've lived long enough to see the arc of time going in the right general direction. Although it is 2 steps forward and a step and a half back. But we do keep going in the right general direction over time. So I am an optimist in the long run.